For the makers who lead, success isn't measured in promises. It's measured in results. At Rockwell Automation, our 24,000 employees across the globe focus every day on delivering business results for our customers. Because with every result achieved, we realize the promise of expanding human possibilities. That's why we're Rockwell. Our customers make products and deliver solutions that touch all of our lives. And they partner with us to realize measurable, consistent, and profitable business outcomes, delivering the real results they and their customers depend on. The people of Rockwell and our vast production technology portfolio make a real difference in industrial production quality, speed, and efficiency. Making a difference in ramping up adequate supplies of life-saving vaccines. Making a difference by helping deliver vehicles that are affordable, efficient, and safe. Making a difference by engineering sustainability into every system and solution we deliver. Because at Rockwell, we believe better is possible. And the results we deliver add value for our customers every day, in every industry we serve. Our systems connect your company end-to-end with data-fueled insights, improving the decisions that deliver results and expanding human possibilities. Rockwell Automation. Results achieved.
Hello and welcome to our live stream video today. Liz Ball-Prosak here, Commercial Portfolio Manager for the Control-Logix portfolio, and I'll be talking about our much anticipated launch of Logix SIS. Here with me today is Brian Widman, Product Manager for Controllers, and Chris Dornan, Commercial Marketing Manager. Today we're going to talk about our exciting new launch for process safety called Logix SIS. So before we dive in with Brian and Chris on this topic, we want to hear from all of you watching. So the question for you is, how many of you are familiar with Control-Logix? Please jump into the chat and let us know. Okay, so Brian Widman here today with us. He has been with Rockwell Automation for over 11 years. He currently manages Control-Logix Redundancy, Logix SIS, 1715 IO, and more. And he focuses on highly available systems for process safety industries. He is an ISA and IEC 61511 SIS expert and a TUV 62443 cybersecurity specialist. Thanks for joining me today, Brian.
So happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Great. So Brian, tell us about Logix SIS.
So Logix SIS is a combination of our Guard-Logix offering as well as our Control-Logix Redundancy High Availability. It's really a merge of those two technologies. So if you think of a Guard-Logix safety system coming into a highly available system, that's at a very basic level what Logix SIS really is and the value it brings to the customer.
Great. So what challenges does this address for our customers?
So the two main themes I want everyone to remember when we're thinking about Logix SIS is simplification and modernization. So from the simplification side, it takes what was previously a complicated solution, which utilized our 1715 or engineered 1756 SIL2 solutions in an environment with the highly available redundancy solution, or an advanced trusted system, which were complicated in their own right, and leverages our latest safety offering within the 5580 system, which simplifies everything tremendously. You don't need the add-on instruction logics, and you don't need the custom code, you don't need the custom termination assemblies. So overall simplification. And then from the modernization side, it allows users to utilize the latest IO platform, which is the 5094 IO. It also allows you to use 5015 in a standard environment, but for those that are utilizing safety, it's going to be a solution with the 5094. So all that is to say, the challenges it's addressing is simplifying and modernizing what we currently offer to our customers and to our latest platforms.
Very good, thank you. So please tell us also, who is this solution targeted for?
So the main target at the beginning of this release, our goal is process safety, thus the name of Logix SIS, which SIS stands for Safety Instrumented System. So that's your oil and gas, chemical and plastics, material or metals and minings. That is our target. However, at the initial launch, there's going to be some key features that we aren't going to have, which means it's going to be more geared towards the hybrid market, at least at the initial launch. Though as we iterate over time, it's going to more and more fulfill the solution or the solutions that are needed for the process safety industry. Some of the hybrid customers that would probably be addressed by this are tunnel transportation, baggage handling, water, wastewater, and even renewable energy in some instances. The areas that is not the focus, but might still be useful is in the machine safety space. When you do the merger of the guard Logix and control Logix high availability control Logix redundancy solution, you inevitably have some slowness that occurs as the systems try to synchronize between them. And because of that, it allows them or disallows machine safety from satisfying a lot of the applications there. So think automotive, semiconductor, and aerospace. But again, the main target, if you're thinking, 1 to 3 years out, is process safety. And in the near term, it's probably going to be more towards the hybrid.
Very good. So how would a customer take advantage of this solution?
The way a customer would take advantage of this is actually very easy. It would be upgrading to version 37 firmware, which is now available, and this utilizes already available hardware. So the Control Logix 5580 guard Logix controllers, the redundancy modules, the communication modules, and then existing 5094 hardware, which is the Flex 5000 line. So once you get the firmware, you just flash it to your system. You'll be able to kick the tires on this and be off to the races on day one.
Very good. So that was a great intro to Logix SIS, Brian. As a summary, this is a simple firmware upgrade with V37 and leverages existing hardware and software and offers a modern solution in the process safety space. So thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on this topic, Brian. Also, make sure to register for our webinar, which will give an in-depth look at Logix SIS, its benefits and capabilities, and the link will be posted to the chat. Okay, so if you're just joining us, we just heard from Brian Widman about what Logix SIS is, the challenges it will address, and how you can take advantage. Now we're going to turn it over to Chris Dornan.
Hi, Liz.
Hey, Chris. So let's talk more about safety instrumented systems and the value Rockwell is driving. Earlier, I asked the audience about their use of Control Logix, and Logix SIS leverages the Control Logix platform as the solution for process safety. So Chris, with so many SIS innovations in the landscape, could you give us and our viewers an overview of the value of Logix SIS and how it differentiates as compared to similar solutions?
Absolutely. And I think a big part of this is the ability for us to present a solution that fits very well into what we consider our integrated architecture. And that really means a common architecture across multiple disciplines that you see at a lot of plants. And Brian hit on this. The hybrid nature of a lot of plants have both process and discrete needs. So when you talk about safety in general, it's a good story for us because not only are we coming from a leadership position in machine safety, which is really fail safe or fail off from a discrete perspective, but then really leveraging our capability that's built on Plant PAX and others into the process space, where the need for process safety is more about failing tolerant, so that you can keep the action going, if you will, and prevent things like explosions or the release of chemicals and stuff like that. So What this really does is it allows us to have an offering, number one, that scales well with the rest of our safety instrumented systems offerings. Brian alluded to that. We still have our trusted and advanced systems, which are really built on triple modular redundancy, a lot of capability that's needed in some critical spaces that typically demand a separate safety system separated from the base process control system there. What Logix SIS does is it really fits that space where there is a need for integration, where we can standardize on one system, which allows workforce efficiency of similar tools, similar platform, and a total cost of ownership benefit. Where Logix SIS, to your point, Liz, is based on Logix, and the same tools that you know how to use in Logix today would be the same tools you'd be using to program this system. So you really look at the benefit that this could be a system that handles both your base process control system needs and your safety instrumented system needs in one procurement, a set of redundant controllers that could be your end all be all to handle your needs. So that's a big differentiator, and it does play well, again, with our commonality of using Logix across the board from an integrated architecture standpoint.
Great. So tell us about the values and outcomes of this solution and what that will provide to our customers.
Yep. So when you think about the ability to standardize on one system, you have a total cost of ownership benefit, right? You take advantage of leveraging Logix as being the common brains of the system. And that allows you to have one vendor across the board. And really, when I talk about that workforce efficiency, it is the same tool set. So you're not training your base process control engineers versus your safety engineers on different systems. They'll very much look and feel the same so that you can take advantage of a single knowledge base, and you don't have to have specialized workforce on both sides of the fence to handle this solution. So a customer gains, like I said, a lower total cost of ownership, which money is extremely important, but just a workforce efficiency standpoint. As we know, COVID and a lot of those impacts really forced us to understand the impact on human labor, and anything we can do to make that more efficient is beneficial to our customer set for sure.
Great. Thank you so much, Chris. That was really beneficial to our viewers. All right, so those of you watching, if you'd like to learn more, click the link in this post to get more information about Logix SIS. And thank you all for watching and sharing your thoughts in the comments of this live stream. And thank you, Brian and Chris, for a great conversation. Once again, Liz Ball-Prosak, and I want to thank you all for watching. And stay tuned for more about Logix SIS.